Now we're going to be filling up the whole brake system, obviously with brand new brake fluid. Now I assume that this is a .4 system. I mean, the braided lines will probably be a .4, and however this particular Castrol product here for all vehicles require either .3 or .4, so I'm kind of covering both fields. If it's a .3, I don't know, or if it's a .4, it covers both. So what you do here is just slowly but surely fill the little tank here. Brand new fluid. Now obviously this system, this brake system here is empty because the brand new braided lines, the master cylinder is empty, the brake calips are being serviced and cleaned, so they're empty as well, so the whole system is empty. So we've got to make sure that the brake fluid goes through the whole system. So we've got to, not only we've got to bleed it, but we've got to fill it up first and then bleed it. Make sure that it's all so that's as far as this side. Now we'll go on the other side here of the motorcycle. Right. So what we have here is the line, as you can see, coming to the rear caliper. Now, on this caliper, it's a rear-ended caliper. It's not a front caliper. So you actually got two bleed nipples, not one. So we're going to have to bleed one first, and then by the time this one's kind of full, it'll just be a case of just giving that a bit of a bleed as well. Right. So obviously here I put an 8mm spanner on that. Now what you need is a little reservoir like that with a bit of second-hand oil. That's old brake caliper oil. That won't be used. The reason I have that is to show me bubbles. Otherwise you don't know if the system is actually working when you're pumping it. So as you're pumping it, the air gets pushed out. It'll get pushed out of this hose and into the little reservoir there, and you'll see bubbles coming out, so you know it's actually working. So this is just a piece of length of hose that I found. I've connected another hose to it that it actually connects onto the bleed nipple, like that. So that's like that. So at that point there, just put a brick there. So now that hose goes inside the brick, inside the oil like that. And now the secret is this: to pump the pedal once without going up, just going down, having it as you pump it, as you actually start to go down with the pedal, you open the bleed nipple at the same time. As soon as the pedal gets to fully down, you close the nipple, then you can release the pedal to go up again, so it collects more oil. Then you again, as you start to pump down the pedal, you release at the same time. You open the valve at the same time. So as you're squeezing down the pedal, you release air, and then you close it, and then you release the pedal. So it's a bit of a this is a bit of a time-consuming job, and obviously again, you really need two people to do this. But I don't have that luxury today, so we'll see how I go on my own. I can't even see what I'm doing now, so that's great, isn't it? So open. See, I'm pressing down on the pedal. I've stopped fully down on the pedal. I'll close the bleed nipple, and then I release the pedal on this side, so it's gone back up again. And in doing so, it'll suck more oil in. Now, so once again, I'm pushing down on the pedal. As you can see, the bubbles are coming out. So I close that again. Once I've closed it, I release the pedal again. And this will take some time, so you know, it could take you 5 minutes, could take you 10 minutes. It's one of those jobs that you do slowly, without any pressure, without speeding. You want to get this done properly. So again, as soon as I open the valve, I start to press on the pedal. Your bubbles coming out. Close again, and I release the brake pedal again. And obviously, what you want to do too is, as you're doing this, look at the you want to look at the reservoir of the master cylinder. So you don't want the oil to go. You don't want the tank to get empty. So as you're doing it, you check oil's going down. As a matter of fact, it is, but it's still half full. And you just repeat this several times. Open that, bleed, the bubbles are coming out. Close it again. But you know that because the bubbles are coming out, it means that the air inside the braided lines are making way for the new oil. So the system is getting full. Beautiful. And then eventually, as the system gets full, then you'll start to see that once the system is full and the oil is caught up with the air, you'll see the oil come out. So the idea of having a little tank down there, a little tin down there with some old oil, so that you can see the bubbles coming out, is a good idea, because at least you can see if bubbles are coming out. It means the oil is going through. You don't have a blockage somewhere. And as a matter of fact, I think the oil the fluid has caught up. As you can see, it's already coming out. So I know that now the system is just about full. Now what we'll do is we will keep bleeding it out, because there still will be little pockets of air until we see bubbles coming out of the line. It means there still are little pockets of air. And not only that, you want the pedal to start to become hard, give you some resistance, some pressure. Still now it's still a bit soft, so it means that there is still air inside the system. So I can really start to feel now that the pedal's gone hard, and as you can see, there is bite on the brakes. One thing you want to make sure that you don't get this oil, brake fluid, on your paint, because it is lethal. Make sure that everything's tight and that there's no leaks anywhere. It's not overly complicated, as you saw. Now, I bet you the chickens want to have a dip at the oil. No, it's not good. So there you go. How to service your calipers. How to spray paint them and make them look like absolutely brand new, if not even nicer than brand new. Braided lines. How to service your master cylinder. How to bleed the lines. How to fill them up and bleed them. I think I've pretty much touched all bases on how to do the braking system on your bikes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope if it was useless. I missed something very important. How to drill the holes on the discs as well. And that was a very important step of this whole operation. Not only the braided lines, but how to actually design the drawings, how to draw them onto the disc, how to drill them out, the diameter of the holes. It's all been touched in these series of videos that I've done. So in a nutshell, I've showed you how to redo your discs, how to redo spray your calipers and service them, how to service your master cylinder, and if you want to put one of these little pressure switches. And yeah, I think I've done a pretty good job here. Is it a complicated job what I've done? It really isn't. You still need to be quite mechanically minded, and you do need to have somewhat of a workshop. You can't sort of just get by with a little toolkit and a few bits and pieces. You do need to sort of have a bit of a garage with a good supply of tools of all sorts, because it's always the unexpected that comes out that bites you on the arse, kind of. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, and just keep in touch because I'll be making more of them. Thanks. Keep in touch on the Motor Gudsler channel. You'll see a whole host of videos and regarding motorbikes and all sorts of topics. I mean, I like to sort of touch all bases on anything, really, anything and everything. So thank you very much, and see you later.